had that antenna topper. You're looking at me like this is a history lesson.
Antenna topper, what was that? Like, what is that?
I tried to tell them about Layaway. They thought it was an ancient dating app. I said, no. Somebody would yell, shotgun. You can't do that now. People react strongly.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Your fellow Gen Z Brit, born in the 2000s, very curious mind. And today I'm going to be checking out Explaining the Past to Younger Generations. For those of you guys that are familiar with me on this channel, I've done quite a few videos going back into the past and being completely confused and bedazzled at some of the conventions that I'm seeing and the inventions that once were, and just the norms of the past, right? And you guys have actually been doing a lot of explaining to me in the past. So let's see what a Gen Xer has to say about that herself. Or that. As you want to support the channel, check the links in the description. Things like my PayPal, where you can donate to the channel, as is my Patreon, where you get exclusive bonus content, as well as early access to a lot of these videos that I'll be posting. I'll put some stuff on the screen that I've recently done on the Patreon. I did a full album review of Sign of the Times from Prince and his Purple Rain album. And I showed my sister Prince for the very first time, who had never seen him before. And of course, a little plug to my music channel. If you guys want to see me react to a bunch of, great musicians from the past, like, the Bee Gees, or if it's Elvis Presley, you name it, right? All the way back to the 1940s, I've gone to people like Cab Calloway. Then check out my music channel where you can get all of those reactions. I'm no longer going to be posting on this channel. They're all going to go on there. But guys, look, with that being said, let's get straight into this video. Let's go.
And they love music. We bond over music. That's the thing we bond over on Sirius XM. We go between hits. They like hits is channel #1. And we go back and forth, listen to my channel, their channel, my channel, their channel. We talk about things, and they're just adorable. And they hear a song and they don't know it, and they're not listening to the DJ. They don't have to do that because they can Shazam it. That's a magic trick. They take the phone out and they wave it around in the car. Know what song it is. Then they put it on their Apple playlist. Bam, bam. Just like that. It's the playlist. $13.99 a month. Guess who pays the subscription? My mother. Say, you know what Auntie Monique used to do to get music? They go, what? Back in the 1900s? I go, what? I go, first of all, when you went in the car as a family, somebody would yell, shotgun. You can't do that now. People react strongly.
Yeah, that one almost flew over my head. Wow, that's mad. That's a mad joke.
Strongly.
Yeah. But then again, that is more of a US thing. In the UK, obviously, it's not like you can carry guns like that, but we do have more of a knife crime thing. So it's more of a, watch out for that gang member over there with a long machete.
But you would yell, and then you'd get in the front seat, and whoever sat in the passenger seat was in charge of the music. Right. And it wasn't an app, and it wasn't connected to your phone. It was a radio with buttons. And you had presets, and you had an antenna. And you would go eat at a burger joint, and you'd get an antenna topper. You had a little ball on the top of your antenna that let your neighbors know if you were what team. If you were Team Whataburger, you know what I mean? Or you were a Jack in the Box, whatever. You had that antenna topper. You're looking at me like this is a history lesson. Yeah, you call your parents when you get home. And you tell them how lucky you are.
Do you know what? Even I'm sure that was a Gen Z that she just pointed out in the crowd, or someone before who didn't know. Because even I'm just like, antenna topper, what was that? Like, what is that? You had an antenna for the music? That's different, man. I didn't even know about that, man. And I've done quite a few videos. I haven't seen an antenna topper before. But
you tell them how lucky you are. To be born in Shazam days. It's true. I tell them, I said you would be listening, and then you would hear a song on the radio, and then you would run to the store and you would hum it to the guy behind the counter. So he could try to figure out what the new hit was. Because the DJ didn't say the name and you wanted to buy it. And you'd be like, oh yeah, you spin me right round like a record, baby. Yeah, you'd be, oh, that's, and they always had a bad attitude because everybody that worked in a record store was in a band. and they didn't want to be there. I think they're the parents of the people that work at the Mac store now. Second generation aggravated retail people.
It's making sense. That's a good thing.
But I tell them, I say, we would get 45s, little records. You'd stack them up, and then you had a case, and you'd twist lock it, and then you'd go to a party. A boy, we called it a boy-girl dance party. You go to a boy-girl dance party. Not like now where you just have like virtual, nobody talks, everybody texts, nobody dances. I tell them, I says, I'm going to tell you about analog world.
Oh, God.
It's ancient times. Freedom, it was freedom when you could create.
Do you know how many times I keep seeing some of you guys comment like, you know, we were born during the analog days, and we knew what life was like before the digital days, and I'm just like, oh my God, please stop with the history lesson. No, I'm joking. I actually do care. I actually do care, because when you guys told me these stories, it's actually really interesting to me. So I actually, when my mom starts telling me about what it was like back in the day, I'm actually just sitting there like, oh my God, really? I mean, hence why I do these videos on YouTube, because I'm genuinely like that in person. My mom, if you see how many questions I ask my mom and my dad, then you'll know exactly why I started this YouTube channel, man. And I'm doing the videos that I'm doing. Now I'm just asking you guys.
Freedom, it was freedom when you could create your own music. When the mixtape came out, I said, yeah, let me talk to you about deferred gratification. They don't know what that means. I just say, they've grown up. They live in San Francisco. Drones drop stuff on their porch. I tried to tell them about layaway. They thought it was an ancient dating app. I said, no.
Do you know what's so funny about these jokes is, as a Gen Z, I can actually confirm, and you guys have seen my reaction in real time, that I generally, like, what is she talking about? When she said it, like, that's literally what I was thinking, is that's some sort of dating app, and then she's gonna said it just in real time. So this is a good set so far. Yeah, she's on point of everything she says.
No. That's where you would try on an outfit in some jinky store that didn't have its own credit card. You would go back to the back of the store, and some woman named Dot would put it in a box. You'd give her a down payment. You'd have to babysit the neighborhood kids. You would get gift cards. You didn't have gift cards now. You get an email from Amazon. That's right. We just exchange emails now for Christmas. Remember when your parents would train you to be grateful? They would say, whatever your grandmother gives you, you say thank you. And you act like you like it. Now kids give you a list and they're serious. Don't buy me this. I don't want it. I'll donate it if you give it to me. I don't want it. My nieces give me a whole list of things, but it's a different world. And I tell them, I said, this is how it would work. You would be in the car, you'd hear a song, you'd get excited, and then you'd be in the house and you'd listen to the radio. Then it was fun. It was a part of your life. And I tell them, they know about download speeds and all of this. And I go, no. Coverage plan, 5G. I said, the radio didn't even work in every room in your house. You had to unplug it and readjust the metal sticks on top. Move around until you got it just right. And then the DJ would say, coming up next, Salisbury Hill by Peter Gabriel. And you would run to your room, run and get your Radio Shack recorder and back it up to the speaker. And this is where I explained deferred gratification to them. You had to wait. 1 commercial, 2 commercials, 3 block of commercials, hovering like a bird of prey with your 2 fingers like this.
Yeah, if you guys get that one, it seems like people are relating to that one.
Because you had to hit play record at the exact same time. And right now in my apartment in Hollyweird, California, the land of skinny jeans. I'm serious. I can't stand them. That's another reason I like being here today. I haven't seen a single pair of skinny jeans all day long, not one. Every man in this town is wearing man pants. Man pants!
Man pants.
With a fly and a button, no stretch in it. It's just logical. Women have the babies, they have the stretch marks, they get to wear the stretch pants. You're a man wearing man pants. Men should have man pants and tools. All men should have tools. I'm serious. Not that little orange box from IKEA. That doesn't count. Big. I like when men have like those drawers, you know, with the wheels. That's exciting right there. Man pants and tools. Okay. So over time, your standards erode. But I digress. I'm so enjoying you guys. I'm all over the place. It's like I almost want to say, quit laughing. I don't have much time. But yeah, I was explaining deferred gratification. I said, and then you would wait, and then you'd get another song, and sometimes it would take 5 or 6 days to get your mixtape. And right now in my apartment in Hollywood, California, I have a box of mixtapes that I made from 1984 to 1989. In a big box with a pink and turquoise boom box, of course. And I told them we didn't need emojis. We had stickers and magic markers. You would make your mixtape and you would decorate it. And my favorite one I made in the summer of '86. It is 90 minutes long. It was one big mixtape. Remember when you would have to get a pencil and fix it when it got. And it starts with Jungle Love by Steve Miller Band. That's a jam.
Get a pencil and fix the beat. So that's how you fix your like mixtape things. Mixtape's another word for cassette player. Is that the same thing? Like, with origins in the 1980s, the term normally describes a homemade compilation of music onto a cassette tape. Oh, okay. So a mixtape is like it's like the type of like a compilation of music you put on a cassette tape. But the cassette tape is the actual thing that you use a pen to fix the thing so that if it messes up. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds, and even mixed these cassette tape thingies look. I think I must have saw one of those when I was really young. I was like, what is this kind of thing with circles on it? I'm like, I think I might have saw my dad doing that one time and I was so confused. I was like, mate, why has he got a pen and sticking it in that thing, bruv? It's not going to speak to him. I don't know. I was confused. I was so confused.
Minutes long.
It's kind of making a bit more sense now.
This one, big mixtape. Remember when you would have to get a pencil and fix it when it got. And it starts with Jungle Love by Steve Miller Band. That's a jam. It's a jam. I met you on somebody's island. That's a jam. That's romantic. That's interesting. What would a kid say now? We swiped left and hooked up at Pinkberry. Like, what would...
That's facts, though. That's facts.
I thought I had known you before. I left you a crate of papayas. That is an exotic offering, papayas. Now, they don't grow in Provo, but maybe somebody here is eating a papaya and knows that's a great thing. It is delicious. If you did that now, little girls now, they'd be like, that's a weird thing. Leave me fruit on my porch. That's kind of a creeper move. That's weird. Are they non-GMO papayas? I have allergies. Are they organic? No, I'm serious. People are so bizarro now. You know, they ask a lot of questions. They don't move in faith. They don't move in gratitude. These are the kind of things I try to teach my nieces, you know. Somebody gives you a papaya, just say thank you.
Right, even if you don't want it, you say thank you, right? You know, that's the custom, the code and customs of the good old days. And I guess it's something that should be passed down, right? I guess because now times have changed. But do you know what? You know, I feel like I infiltrated this exclusive club of like Gen Xers and Boomers and, you know, people born in the digital world and before I was, I mean, in the analog world before I was born. And it's interesting as well because now, like, obviously these jokes were kind of centered at like a more Gen X crowd about Gen Zers. But being a Gen Zer reacting to this, it's like, yo, this actually, what she said in this is actually true. Everything she kind of said was more or less exactly how Gen Zer reacts, and it's how I would react to it. It was actually how I was reacting to it in real time. So it's actually quite like almost, I guess, proof that what she's saying actually is, are all of us like that? Are we all the same? Am I just another basic Gen Zer? Do I literally think just like the rest? I thought I was different. Oh no. I'm having a midlife crisis. I'm joking. But no, yeah, it's to say this was an interesting one. I'll be interested to see if you guys also agreed with what it's like. And can you guys relate to that? Do some of you guys maybe watching this might have some Gen Z children or millennial children or Gen Alpha children, let's say. Can you relate to this? What's it like when you're explaining stuff to my fellow Gen Z peers? I know what it's like with my mum when she's explaining things to me. I'm actually curious, but maybe others are a little bit more like, oh mom, like, just can I have my phone already type thing. I'll be very curious to see what you guys have to say about that, to get a Gen X or a boomer perspective. But yeah, guys, it made this point, comment on a green heart so I know who my real ones are, or hashtag flexer again, as always, because some of you guys I know are struggling with those emojis, so hashtag flexer might be a bit easier for some of you guys watching this. But of course, look, as always, I love you guys that make it to this point. I've been your boy JayFlex. This has been me, my first time checking out Monique, Marvez, and for you guys that made this point, you guys have been absolutely wonderful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.